Good morning. Quick video. Couple things. First of all, happy Friday. Hope you had a good week. This is my second full day at work after being cleared by medical staff. Couple things. First of all, the the Wi-Fi data thing issue that we've been having should be rectified. I have paid full price for quality data, so I should be coming through, and I'm checking on my phone. It looks pretty quality. Anyway, so a couple things. First of all, I'm going to redo the last video I made, more or less, mainly due to the video quality was trash, absolutely trash. So I could not put that up. But the content, the audio was, whoever watched that stream, got some content from that, got some value, hopefully. Couple things. So, what if the price for happiness, the key to happiness, is humility? So, what if that's going pretty well? What if the price for happiness, the price for happiness, fulfillment, relationship, being the exchange of values, how I define it. What if the price for happiness was humility? My time here in Alaska so far has been pleasant. It's probably been the best experience, the simulation process, being new to a new environment. It's been the best of my career so far, meaning that I came in here with open mindset. I came here with the intention that I would be social, which requires energy up front. It requires a lot of energy, a lot of intentionality. I told myself I'll be present in every engagement. I will remember first names. And you would think at 27 years old, it should be something normal. It should be something that just comes naturally. You should just be engaging with people and like it's nothing. But I watched a video, I believe a couple of days ago, and something he said. We use the term introvert as an excuse to be a horrible person, to be non-social, to disengage in conversations, to forget what someone said to us. It's not excusable. The opposite of introvert is not normal. The opposite of extrovert should not be, dismissive, forgetful. I met you yesterday. You don't remember my name. That's not an excuse. So, in light of that, I did some self-reflection. I'm like, maybe the problem is me. Maybe what's good, Vance? He texted me during a live stream. Yeah, what if the problem isn't me? Shout out to my boy Chroma. Shout out Pentagon. Shout out Vance. Shout out, Sir Now we out here. I told him before I left, I was like, I'm gonna come here with great energy. I'm gonna use it wisely. I'm gonna use it for conversation. I'm gonna use it for relationships. I'm gonna use it for saying yes to invitations. Yesterday I went to Three Bears. It's essentially a gas station, but in this area it's like Walmart. It's it's all we have. It's like 30 minutes away, so it's less time than going to Fairbanks, Alaska. But we went there, and it was a simple, let's grab some beer, grab some liquor, whatever. It wasn't even a huge event. But for me, it was, I'm saying yes, even though I'm tired, just got off work, been doing CBTs all day, my mind's exhausted. I'm gonna go anyway. I'm gonna ask him questions about his family. I'm gonna talk to him. And again, you would think that this is just what normal adults do, but it's not. It's not. And we have all these different, ways of getting around simply being human. What does it mean to be human? What does it mean to just be a normal friend, a coworker? Have we watered down what it means to be, interactive? Social intelligence is a lost art nowadays, that we have social media and we tend to look at screens before we look people in the eye. How is that? So yeah, did a lot of self-reflection. But anyway, what if the key to happiness was humility? I made a video recently on entitlement and how we tend to enter relationships with you owe me something. We meet new people and how can I get value from you? I made a video recently, or it was a while back, about when I went to a book club on base. And I went there with the thought process of how can I get value from this group of people? How can I get value from this interaction, this book club? And it turns out I was there to bring value. You know, we was reading 4 Hour Work Week, and a lot of it just went over a lot of their heads in terms of we're in the military, we can't work 4 hours. Well, first of all, I hope you read the book because it's not about working 4 hours. It's about essentialism. It's about value. It's about being very intentional with your time. It's being very intentional with your time. You know, saying yes to certain things, saying no to certain things, outsourcing certain things. So anyway, I went there with the wrong mindset. How can I get value from this? How can I get them to pour into me? Turns out I was there to give value, to shed light on a very important topic that the military can benefit from. So, happiness. It's a term very, it's thrown around a lot, you know, and I don't have a lot of time to make this video. Humility. Turns out if you're humble, you make more friends. Turns out if you're a pleasant person to be around, you know, you don't go into interactions thinking I'm better than you. You know, because you're different, because you play video games and I play sports, that makes me better than you all of a sudden. That I can't interact with you. I can't have a conversation. You know, some of the greatest value I've received on this base so far are from people who are so much different than me. Watching Lord of the Rings and you know, listening to conversations about Dungeons and Dragons, I have no clue. I'm not clued into that ecosystem, but I go anyway. I listen anyway. Because the alternative is being alone. And not that, you know, I'm forced to be there, but I get to be there. You know, seeing relationships as I get to engage with you. I get to be a part of your life. I get to be a part of your journey. I get to ride in your car to go somewhere. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to interact with other people and to be a part of their life, their journey. How is it we meet new people and immediately hold our hand out? Give me something. Shout out my boy Flores, picked me up from the airport. When I tell you that there are still good people in this world, he represents that. Because in a world where you don't expect kindness is water flowing uphill, flowing north. You don't expect kindness from anywhere. You know, you look in the world and you see turbulence, you see foolishness going on. You see foolishness everywhere. And I would say to expect that. I don't know why people go on social media. I don't know why people go into the movie theaters, they go into the video game world and they see violence, they see chaos. And then they go into reality and don't expect to see it there either. How is that? No. So, you know, again, shout out my boy Flores. People that go out of the way to show kindness to people. To show kindness. Lunch is on me. Why? I don't care. You're new. Whatever. I got you. You know, people that hit me up randomly. Hey, yo, I'm going to Fairbanks. You need anything? I need the towels. I planned so well. I had a whole list of things I was going to buy. We went to the BX on Fort Wainwright before we would make the drive up here. It's like an hour away. And so I had this whole list of things I needed, and I started knocking them off. I felt accomplished. I prepared. And I didn't have towels to take a shower. He goes to Fairbanks next day. I got you. I got you. Kindness. Everyone wants to receive it, but how many of us are giving it out? What would happen if humility was the key to happiness? What if a base could be enjoyable? You know, a lot of us think we have so much time in the military, but it flies by. It's already been about 3.5 years for me, a little over 3 years. It flies by. This year is already gone. Half of 2020 is gone. Where did it go? We spent most of it alone. Most of us, if we've been following the guidance passed down, most of us spent 2020 alone. Where is it? What do you have to show for it? Well, for me, it's engaging. My most enjoyable times of this year so far were at the Pentagon having dumb conversations, long extended conversations with my boy Vance I mentioned earlier, and Sarnell and my boy Chroma, just debating stuff, sharing thoughts, sharing perspectives, arguing the dumbest stuff. As time passes, the one thing you're going to value more than anything else is your relationships. Your relationships. I have household goods currently right now in my boy's crib to show love. It's the relationships that you're going to miss. It's the relationships that you're going to wish you had. It's why I'm working on myself in terms of healing, in terms of, diving into my past and finding the trauma that I've overlooked. I put Band-Aids on that. I've said, oh, it'll work itself out. Time will solve this. Time just allows you to forget. It doesn't address the problem. You just forget about it. You remember being born. You just forgot. It probably wasn't even registered. I don't know. Dating, it's so broken. It's probably the most broken system in terms of intersectional dynamics. We enter relationships, dare I say, we just are all we have. You must be this. You need to be as close to perfect as possible. Meanwhile, I am jacked. I can't look you in the eye. I'm ashamed of myself. I have self-esteem issues. Probably the most overused term, and it irritates me high hell, self-worth. What? It's a whole nother video, but you don't decide your value once you enter society. Society decides your value. So in a relationship dynamic, you're there to provide value to the other person. And they're there to provide value to you. My definition of love is giving. Giving, not asking. You give value. You give, and hopefully the other person is giving back to you. Therefore, if I give to your wants and you give to my wants, everybody wins. But how is it that we both come into a conversation asking? Nobody's going to get what they want. I deserve this. I deserve your time. I deserve your affection. I deserve, I'm worth. Give me. You owe me. Try it. Try it. One thing we don't want to realize. Shout out my boy Gord. One thing we don't want to realize is that we're entitled to nothing. Nothing. Came to this world with nothing. But someone gave to you. Your parents gave to you. Something to think about. What if you enter a conversation with only questions? I'm just here to listen. And if they ask you a question, then you provided value. That's one thing I stopped doing, is giving advice that was unsolicited. I stopped trying to help people direct their lives. No, I have my own life to worry about. When I enter a conversation, I'm there for questions. I'm there to listen, to give value. And if they're self-aware, if they're willing to reciprocate, they'll ask questions. Or if they actually want to know my opinion about something, if they want advice, if they need guidance, if they're just curious, they'll ask questions. A question is assigned to give it back, to give your opinion, to give your thoughts. And even then, you can give value by asking a question. The greatest education possible in the world is education where the instructor asks questions. Questions. I don't want to ramble on. Head to breakfast. Had a good leg day this morning. Haven't missed a workout since I've been here. I've lost weight already, which is amazing. Mainly because the nearest fast food place is an hour away. So I've been enjoying that. Yeah, we're gonna make the best of this. 1 year. 1 year we have to grow. No distractions. we have to leave this year with something to show for it. You know, the first part of 2020 has been tragic. It's not going to change. It's going to get worse. Maybe not the coronavirus itself, but there'll always be something turbulent. There'll always be something. So why would you think that life is just going to get easier? It doesn't. You went from high school and you thought that was horrible. You went from having someone tell you what to do. You thought that was, you hated that. It was annoying. You get to adulthood and there's just more people to tell you what to do. There's just another person to report to. You make rank and there's just something else. I used to report to E6. Well, now I report to a commander now. In 05. I sat in a meeting yesterday and it comes with life. You graduate, you get more responsibility. They give you more. So it's a challenge. It's a challenge to enter life accepting the challenge, first of all, and then to be humble and realize I need help. I need guidance. You didn't get where you are by yourself. You're not going to get where you're going by yourself. It's a human condition. But those who are willing to ask for help, they'll get far. They'll get far. And they'll be able to sustain, what they achieve. That's the video. I'm headed to work. Shout out to Alaska Communications. Shout out Wi-Fi. Shout out Data. MacBook Pro. Shout out Sony. We here. That's the video. I'll see y'all in the next one. See how to end this. Hey.